Welcome back to another BBBY video. Today we're going over the technicals and where I see the price action going for tomorrow and the following days in the squeeze. Make sure to like and subscribe to spread the content and spread awareness and confidence and support the community. So first, what happened today? Now, if you saw yesterday's video, I did think we we're going to reach $16 today. Why is that? Here, if we put this on the daily time frame, we have a gap to fill all the way at 16. Now, I thought that this would be a reasonable place for the price to go. I didn't really see it stopping at about 15 bucks. I'm going to show you why. If I shorten this to here, because this is today's candle, there was only two touches at 15, like 15, 15, 15, 13. There's only two touches, here and here. Even if we draw this line back to like 15, 15, there's no touches. So, it takes three touches to signify like true resistance, true support. We only had two. So I didn't really think it was going to mean much. And if you guys were watching the market, we actually did break it, as I suspected, just a little bit. See this little tiny piece of the wick? We broke it just a tiny bit. And there was nothing really stopping this from running to $16. If you look at 16, here I'll draw this up. First we got this gap, and we could potentially form resistance here just because of the gap, not just because of this touch, but it helps. As you can see, between these two lines, this also touches. This signifies true resistance just because of the gap fill, not because of the two touches. I want to make that clear. But there is a touch here, so there could, if there is two touches, there's a higher chance of another touch, but it's not a true resistance. You never want to chart off that because the probability is not in your favor. So what do we have? I'm going to put this on the 4-hour chart. Wait, let me just quickly see. Is there anything I want to cover? Daily MACD starting to curl in. As you can see, we're going red. I mean, like grayish red, which means that the selling pressure is selling off. And here, guys, you should really stick around for this video because I'm going to show you guys something that is going to really prove confidence in the stock. So first of all, that's a really interesting pattern. This is actually a really rare pattern for anyone that's interested. This is an expanding bracket, and you don't really see those often. So over here on the monthly MACD, we are starting to curl in closer and closer and closer. And I pointed this out about 2 weeks ago. We've got our first like grayish red candle. That's a good thing to see. I do think this is going to cross. And when it does cross, I do think we'll get a little bit of volume from that. Weekly is the most important MACD for this stock. It's the most significant for the move. See, look, crossed here, ran down. Crossed here, ran up. If we go to the monthly, really quick, I'm sorry, everyone. When it crossed here, it just continued to go down. This is a bullish cross because it's green. Continues to go down. Monthly is not as accurate. Weekly is the most accurate for significant moves that I found. 4-hour chart. Let's look very closely at the daily action. So, start of the day, we gapped up, and I did not like that. I was a little bit excited for the gap because there could have been a push up, but gives it a reason to come down. You guys, if you've been watching the channel, you know that I do not like gaps, or I love gaps. It's a 92.2% chance. Look, how often do gaps fill on a stock? Let's see. 92.2% chance. It's my favorite pattern to trade because it's so accurate. When this gapped up, it was either one, going to get rejected at 15, this resistance level, and come back down to fill this gap, which I thought it would, and then at this resistance level right here, I expected to bounce. It didn't bounce. Instead, we came down to this line right here, which was also something I was expecting. If we did break below this, which we kind of did for a tiny bit, I expected to bounce from here. I do not think it's going much lower than this. If you're looking to buying in now is a pretty good time, and I'll explain why in a second, or 11.50 if it continues to fall. Now, everyone, please stay watching, please. Let's look at the RSI. Currently, the stock's at 12.28. Remember that, 12.28. If we find 12.28 on the stock, it's on the 12th of August. If we come down to the RSI on the 12th of August, it was like just overbought, right? It's like on the overbought area. Now we're at 12.28, and we're sitting perfectly in the middle. This means that there's a lot of space for us to run, because if the RSI is overbought, it's not a good thing to see. Traders will see this as a chance to sell, and also it means that the stock is being like pushed non-sustainably. So pre-run up here, we were already oversold. Now we're sitting perfectly in the middle. That gives us a lot of space to move sustainably and run up. What is this pattern I've drawn out? This is an ascending line of support, and this is pure resistance. This equals, excuse my spelling, ascending triangle. Now, an ascending triangle looks something like this. It's a bullish pattern. Look, it's ascending triangle, bullish. Ascending triangle is a bullish pattern. Here, you see it breaks out. So this is what I want to see happen. This could happen tomorrow. I'm not one to set dates, but there's about a week left in this triangle. I don't think we're going to be in here in a week. I don't see the price being around here. I see it either being up or down. And probability of it being up is higher than down because this is a bullish pattern. Tomorrow we have some financial news coming out. I think they're talking about like the roadmap for this company. And that's controversial. It's uncertainty. And uncertainty is not a good thing in the stock market. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. However, if the news is good, bad. If the news is bad, you can expect 11.50. If it's really bad, maybe even a little bit lower. We've still got the gap down here to fill, but I'm not saying it's coming back to $8. I'd be very surprised if it did. All my money's in the stock, by the way. So, yeah, TA is important for me as well. Or if the news is good, or we could break straight out of this. Or if the news is just, oh, no one really cares, I think we'll follow this trend line all the way up. Now, this is what I see happening. There's not exact dates, by the way, but just like roughly. I see it's coming up to about $16. If we go to the daily, that's where the gap fill was. Doesn't show on the 4-hourly. Rejecting, coming back down to this level. And then bouncing to 2260-ish, 2250. I wonder if I can get this. That's close enough. Now, reason why, go to daily, we have this final gap to fill all the way at about 2270. And that's purely based off technicals. Maybe this is the momentum we need to signal a squeeze. Because now, a lot more people know about this stock. The Reddit community keeps growing. It's the #1 most talked stock on Wall Street Bets, news articles on the news, just so many articles about this stock. Way more attention's in this stock than over here. It's just continuing to grow. We've got more sustainable setup than last time. So I think we'll come up to this gap off technicals. Maybe we reject again. Maybe we come back down to, I don't know, 1750 after that. And then maybe we run and test this high. Something like that. Who knows? That's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.